recording. So welcome everyone. Welcome to this presentation of the new healing system, the Crystalline Healing Light system, this very advanced vibrational healing modality that I've been developing for at least 2 years based on my extensive research and experience as a quantum science practitioner, but also as a holistic therapist. So thank you all for coming. I'm so happy, so honored to be sharing this work with you. It's taken some time for me to come out of the closet and to share this work. I've been a teacher for quite a few years now, but it's sometimes easier to teach other people's work than to share your own creations. But I felt it was time, and I've been encouraged by lovely friends and also other practitioners and healers. And also people who have received these new healing treatments and they've shared their feedback. So I felt encouraged to start teaching it now and sharing this upgrade to my healing practice. So thank you all. I'll just just let some more people in. So thank you all for coming. I'm really honored and delighted to be sharing this today. It's a dream come true. I think it's also, it's part of my it's like a lifetime stepping stone. I think it's something that, once you start expressing your individuality and your creativity and sharing it with the world, then I think you really start fulfilling your life's purpose completely and your mission. So I've been a healer and a holistic practitioner for over 18 years. This journey started in the UK, actually. When I was living there, I was working in the corporate world, in strategic marketing for big telecoms companies. And then I had, amazing experiences, met very interesting people. So my healing journey started in the UK. And then I started learning all different healing modalities, including Reiki and crystal healing, color healing, and studying all different types of, healing traditions, sacred traditions from around the world. And, I felt I've been studying and learning for many lifetimes, and it's now leading to this new system. And I'm very happy to be sharing this with the world now. I was supposed to be launching this system in London in March, imagine, but then my higher self somehow told me to wait, and then COVID happened, and it made sense that I wasn't in London then, because I would have been locked out of Portugal because they closed the borders in March. So I feel there was divine intervention, and I've been preparing this new training program for you. And I'm very happy now to be presenting and launching this new and amazing healing modality. And I hope you enjoy this presentation that I've prepared for you tonight. So I'm going to be sharing it now on screen. For people on Instagram, I'll be making this replay available later, and then you can watch also the presentation. Okay. So this is called the Crystalline Healing Light system. And I was asking people, are you ready for some real magic? Because this system is a very integrated system that combines all different traditions and modalities coming from the holistic healing modalities that I've learned, but also a lot of magic and mythology. And we are now using that as healing tools. So it's really interesting and new, I feel. So this is a new and advanced healing system for the 21st century. So I probably have to let people in. Okay, so some people saying they're definitely ready for magic. So yeah, this is real magic in action. So it's like magic applied to healing. And it's a massive upgrade, I feel, from the existing modalities that we use. Also, it's like a level up in your quantum psionics practitioner systems that we've learned and that I've been sharing and teaching for some years now. So I feel this is something else, and you will see why. let me see if I can, the computer is a bit not letting me. Okay, so this system, this new system actually is more like a healing portal. So it's not so much a quantum sonics board that we were using. This is actually an easier way to use the board. So you can see also here, I'm showing you now the, the actual Crystalline Healing Light portal. So it's a very sleek, very easy design. And then we use it as a healing portal, a multidimensional healing portal, connecting us to the cosmos, the source energy. And I feel this is a very innovative and also a leading edge concept, let's say, because we are combining science, so many concepts coming from quantum physics, like we already do with quantum sonics, and spirituality for advanced healing. And I do feel it's a major upgrade from our existing healing and spiritual work. It's been intuitively created and developed by me from 2018 to present day. I've been receiving all this information and I was starting to use it as, first as just some extra tools on my blue quantum sonics board that some of you already know and use. And then I was receiving so much information that eventually I felt it was becoming a system, a separate system on its own, because the vibration was quite high and different. So, I was just blown away, because I've never had even imagined that I was going to create my own quantum sonics board, to be honest. It was just, I wasn't planning to, but all these new tools, all this information start coming to me very intuitively, very organically, and very effortlessly. So I wasn't planning or designing anything. I was just receiving the information and then testing it and using it during my healing sessions and also on myself, and also during my meditations and different healing and spiritual work that I do. So all this information started coming to me, even when I was driving my car or I was just doing something else, and then I was receiving all this new information. And then slowly I started, methodically creating a new system, and just, it was very organic and very, in a way, I think I was testing it on a daily basis for myself. And then also during my healing sessions. And then one day I felt, I can use this separately, because the frequencies are so high and they are quite different also from the traditional, let's say, quantum sonics that we use. So I started using like the two boards, so the blue board and then my new Crystalline Healing Light board separately. And I was just dowsing to see which one I should use during my healing treatments. And slowly, it was like giving birth, but it was a very beautiful process. And I designed and developed this new healing portal. And I think it's very easy to use in terms of dowsing compared to the other boards. But the tools are very advanced. They're like inner journeys that we use for healing. And I will explain a bit more now what we do with it. I'm just trying to make the presentation. Okay, so how does the Crystalline Healing Light system work? So it's similar in a way to the quantum sonics work that we do. But as it works like a highly advanced mind-operated computer or a control panel that we access to our higher self, connecting us directly with the divine matrix, with, let's say, the cosmos, the cosmic intelligence, and then we receive information and healing frequencies that we activate over these healing boards with great and very effective results. As most of you know, many of you are my students, and also, you've been my clients, or you've heard about quantum sonics, and it's very powerful, a very advanced healing modality. So we are aiming to achieve a multidimensional healing. So in this case, we don't have to select which dimension or which portal to send the healing frequency through, like we do with the blue boards. It's a different way. It's more like, relying on cosmic intelligence to activate the healing frequency on the exact dimension and the exact frequency and time required on that specific case. So I think it's a step up. It's like it's like another way of working that also simplifies our sessions as healers and practitioners. And this allows for very deep inner alchemy and for personal transformation. This board is also based on principles coming from alchemy and advanced dowsing that I've been studying for many years. So I will also be teaching you a lot about alchemy and the alchemical principles, the alchemical metals, the 5 elements of creation, and how to use them for healing, but like in a light speed way, in a psionic way. So there's a lot of alchemist work that we do also on this healing portal. So it's a work that allows for a great expansion of consciousness. So it's very transformational, let's say. So this is, again, it's a new yet ancient concept, let's say. We are using concepts coming from ancestral magic, combining with the new cosmic light codes. And we are in this healing portal, we are using the new let's say scientific research coming from quantum physics, the most advanced scientific research in terms of the multiverse, the interconnectedness of all things. So many, a lot of research that has been done by people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Deepak Chopra, Bruce Lipton, and then applying those concepts to vibrational healing. And it's like we are combining science and spirituality and then using it for healing. And it's incredible that the results that we can achieve. So we are using the new concepts, and also it's like we are reaching out to the ancient mythology, the ancient magic, also for healing. So meditations, inner journeys, and activations will also become our new vibrational healing tools. So I'm inviting you also to find the magic within. So it's like tapping into that thread of magic and using it to transform lives, to help people, and also to make this world a much better and brighter place. Because all human beings are aiming for greater health and happiness and well-being. And especially in these very turbulent and chaotic times, now more than ever, we need these special tools. And I was talking to some friends about this, and I was asking, why now? Why should I be presenting the world with these magical light frequencies for healing and transformation when the world is so dense and it's hard? It's difficult even to do healing right now. But then, I got this image of this like stardust, like pixie dust, like rippling through the, the density. So I feel we really need this magic now. We really need this extra help. So I'm very happy and honored to be sharing also, these new tools, this new healing portal with the world. And for me, believe me, it's quite like a brave step. It's not easy for me to, to come out of the closet, let's say, and talk about all this, my inner world of fantasy and magic and share this with the world. But I felt it was time because it's for the highest good, and I'm sure it will help many people. So again, this is a world-class healing modality because it's including advanced quantum psionics or quantum healing with advanced dowsing. So we still use the pendulum and dowsing for measurements and for selecting tools and for activation. And then we also use sacred geometry, and the beauty of sacred geometry also for healing, and some concepts coming from holistic therapies. And I also use crystals on this board. So it's very organic, and you can also personalize your board. You can even place crystals on this board and use the crystals on the board. Especially if you're doing like energy clearing or harmonizing chakras and subtle bodies, you can also use your crystals. And even the crystal sphere in the center of the board is very beautiful, and it really helps to enrich your work. So we use a lot of visualization and imagination in this work. It's it's a lot about tapping into your inner child, into your imagination, and tapping into that thread of magic and holding on to it and using it for healing. So I'm inviting you to access high worlds of magic and miracles. So the main purpose for this technique is to always put our lives in divine order. So we are aiming to achieve balance, and to put our lives, again, according to divine plan, and always for the highest good of all. And this allows for very deep healing and protection and transformation. It's another tool that will expand your consciousness and will allow you to really tap into this energy of miracles and to become a co-creator and manifesting, beauty and light and grace and purity in this world again. And I feel we need this rebalance. There is still this very great fight, I feel right now, between light and darkness, between good and evil. But we need to move beyond that. We need to tap again into the cosmic order, connect with harmony and live harmoniously on this planet, in greater harmony with nature, with plants, with animals, with the cosmic cycles, understanding our place in the universe. So I feel all these healing techniques, they are parts of that realignment of human beings with their true nature, with our divine nature, and to make Earth again a sacred planet, a Garden of Eden. So I feel it's time to, to use that magic again, all the tools that we can get to help people, on a personal level, on a collective level, and do, what we can. So another thing that is interesting about this portal is that we don't need all these different parts to do the work. We can use just one healing portal. So it's like an all-in-one portal, let's say. So we can work on personal healing, we can work on relationships between people or families or business partnerships. We can also work on pets, do animal healing. We can also clear spaces using the Crystalline Healing Light portal. So all of these tools are very organic and you can adapt them to the different cases, the different situations that come to you. And we can also use this board for collective and planetary healing. So, it's a very integrated and comprehensive technique. And I love that it's all in one. So we don't have to carry all these different boards. We don't have to learn all these different techniques and tools. It's like we have this set of tools that we can also personalize, of course, but then we use it for the different situations that come to us as therapists and healers and light workers. So what can we use it for? Again, it's again another healing portal that you can use for very advanced energy clearing. So we can clear any type of negativity, any toxic or ill-qualified energies of any type, negative quotes, contracts, vows from other lifetimes or this life. So it's, again, we can do a very comprehensive, it's a very wide field that we can work on. And this allows for very deep healing and harmonization of all our life areas, including our health, our love relationships, family relationships, to achieve higher knowledge, spiritual insights, to help with our career, with success, prosperity, abundance. We can also do DNA reprogramming and repair with this board. There is a specific tool for that as well. And the main aspect I feel for all healing is always to embrace, ourselves, be kind and gentle with ourselves in this process, because we need to realign ourselves with who we truly are. And, I think that's one of the main things that we do as healers and therapists, and, all the work that we do with people, with individuals, is a lot about reconnecting them with their true selves, with their essence, with their divine origin, aligning them with their true life purpose, and starting to achieve inner mastery. So it's again a very powerful transformational tool. So believe and let the magic in. Just touching quickly on the principles behind this system. So as I've mentioned, we are combining science and spirituality for advanced healings. So I've been studying, these advanced principles and concepts coming from quantum physics and neuroscience, and how they can be applied to healing and to energy medicine. And, you know, this is quite a complex issue, but the thing is, like, we can expand our vision of the universe and also our relationship with the universe, and understand, you know, how energy works, what are the great laws of the universe and how they apply to our lives, and you know, help people also with that expansion of consciousness and how they can relate to the universe. So I've taken concepts also from ancient spiritual traditions and I've combined them. Also, a lot of the tools that I use also come from fairy tales and mythology from around the globe. And we are also, you know, working with the elementals, with the tree spirits, with plants, with essential oils, with colors, with sound. So it's a very comprehensive, it's a very, let's say, creative way of healing, because it's like you are inside your own alchemy lab and you can access all these different tools according to what is necessary for that particular case. So, you know, this system is very integrated because it's also based on various techniques that I've learned through the years, and my extensive research also for over 18 years in the fields of spirituality and healing and energy medicine, also advanced dowsing. I've studied different schools of dowsing, and I'm also teaching advanced dowsing on this course. We use a lot of visualization and like meditation techniques. Some of these tools are actually our inner journeys, our visualizations through meditation, and they are applied as a tool, like a psionic tool. So, for example, a journey to your inner temple of the soul becomes a tool, or a journey to the sacred healing garden also becomes a healing tool, or a journey to the temple of the goddess is another tool. So, you know, these tools, they are always, it's like they are shifting according to what is needed for each session. And we'll be having wonderful meditations during this training course program that I've created for you. So we'll be doing a lot of these visualizations and creative meditations, and I'm sure you'll love it. And also I'm sharing information coming from holistic therapies like crystal healing and color healing, aromatherapy, sound healing, and also sacred geometry. And I'm strongly touching also on alchemy, because there's many principles coming from alchemy that apply to this work, and some concepts coming from esoteric science, from mythology. So I've studied mythology from many different parts of the world, and some of these elements that come from these myths and stories and magic and ancient lore, they can be used as tools, healing tools, just through the power of love and intention. And they actually work very well. So at first, you know, even, you know, visualizations, I was thinking, how can we use this so quickly during a session? But actually, the moment you connect with that vibration, it's like a healing frequency that is compressed, like condensed. And it's like a packet of information that you can send and activate very quickly, but very effectively during a healing session. So I've been experimenting. It's like I've been my own alchemist, my own scientist in my healing room, and experimenting with these different techniques and tools. So we will also learn and teach about the quantum view of reality. So remember that the universe rearranges itself to accommodate your picture of reality. So the observer is also interacting and changing reality as he's looking at reality. So the main principle behind any quantum psionics, any, you know, vibrational healing system is that everything is energy and information. So energy also follows our thought and intention. So through our consciousness, we can affect reality and we can produce change for good, to help people, to support their healing, their evolution, their transformation. So, you know, I don't want to oversimplify, because I feel also for a healer and a light worker, for any practitioner, we also need to do a lot of our own spiritual work. And we need to do, you know, it's not just like you wake up one day and you do this. I feel it's lifetimes probably of preparation and study, and also service to humanity. But I feel that if people are feeling the calling to come to these courses, it's because their soul knows this is important for them at this moment in time. So I'm happy to share these techniques with you too. So I believe, crystalline healing light, quantum sonics techniques, they are the future of healing. So the use of frequency for healing is the leading edge of alternative health modalities. So I feel we are all pioneers of the future. So the future is now, and we can use the CHL system and its infinite possibilities now. And I'm still learning, every time I use the board, my new healing portal, it shows me different things and different possibilities, and we can also do amazing things like soul retrieval and even family constellations on this board. And, we can also access the galactic codes, ascension codes for people. So this becomes like a stargate to access cosmic codes. So it's a very organic, and it really adapts to each case. So each session is different and unique. Again, and I'm feeling so blessed. It's very magical also for me that, all of this is enveloping and revealing itself to me. So as you think, so you shall be. I believe in the power of the heart and mind coherence, aligning with our soul, with our higher self, and we can become channels for this pure divine healing light and really produce amazing results and help many, many people with this work. So this portal is a cosmic and multidimensional healing portal, and it allows us to directly access divine consciousness, so what we call the divine matrix, this cosmic intelligence. Is like the universal computer, let's say. So we are tapping into the motherboard, and we can access information, and we can activate the different healing frequencies by connecting with that through our board. So our board is like becomes a control panel. So we are opening directly and intelligently to all subtle dimensions in this expanded consciousness state. And still it's very safe and easy to use. I know for some of you who are new to these techniques, it may sound a bit sci-fi or a bit too much, but it's much easier to use. I believe that we have amazing capabilities as human beings that we are just starting to explore. And now we are being given this opportunity to use them. And I feel the timing is now. I feel humanity really needs these new healing light codes, these new healing techniques. And we can help people, and we can achieve faster and deeper results. I think the time is now. So these new healing light frequencies are directly coming from the universe to benefit humanity in these very challenging times of transition. I've also intuitively felt that the CHL system is also being given to us in these troubling times, because we need new frequencies. We need new tools. It's like we need like an upgrade to our existing healing practices, and it's I think it's like another step in our evolution and also in our work as healers. So if you decide to become a CHL practitioner, I feel that you'll also be activating your highest potential. So we can interact with that divine matrix for our own, the quantum field of infinite possibilities through this connection, of our higher self. And we'll then tap into our inner mastery and also to the co-creation capabilities that we all have. So we'll have this continuous expansion of consciousness, of course, and it will also support our spiritual evolution. And one of the main objectives for this work is also to uplift us, to raise our vibration. And that will benefit us at all levels, so physical, energetic, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. And it will help us also to achieve greater health and abundance and vitality and well-being, not just for our clients, but also for ourselves. So the moment we become a channel for these healing frequencies, we are also receiving them. We're also being, we're also receiving these high, frequency signatures, and they will also help us to align and to revitalize us. So we are tapping into these inner worlds and inner dimensions, and this will help us to explore our healing gifts and our inner dimensions. There is just so much that we can explore. There are so many inner worlds and inner universes, I would say. And I feel that by using this work, also with quantum psionics, of course, but also now with the CHL system, I'm developing more my intuitive gifts, my healing capabilities, expanding my imagination, expanding my psychic gifts. And this is helping us to achieve higher knowledge and greater spiritual insights as well. So I also feel it's a big upgrade for myself as a person and also as a therapist and a practitioner. So I really feel it's like we've been given, this car to learn how to drive, and now they're giving us like a Ferrari. So we have to learn to use a Ferrari and all the different features that it includes. So it's like a major, like a light speed activation and upgrade. It's super exciting, but at the same time, I feel like, oh my God, what's next? And I'm sure there will be many other systems and many other, great creations throughout this planet to support humanity and to do healing. This is just another gift that we are being given, but it's incredible, the deep and fast results that we get. So normally it would take us at least 2 or 3 sessions to alleviate a certain issue. And now we're doing it at a quantum light speed way. I'm blown away. So how quickly this works, and it's very powerful also for people, but at the same time, it is gentle because we are working with magic and with beautiful light frequencies. So people feel very relaxed, very uplifted. So it's interesting that, it's very powerful, yet it's gentle and it's magical, it's light. It's like fairy dust that we are using for healing. It is true. And I feel this system is also supporting the evolution of human consciousness in these times of transition and the global paradigm shift. So this healing work has a collective impact as well. It's not just, for personal healing sessions. We can use it also for collective healing. So I've already used the Crystalline Healing Light portal as like a major portal, like a major stellar gateway, when I was doing, the group meditations with my quantum psionics practitioners, and also when I've taught the universal psionic part, I was also connecting it to this new portal, and it's like we are creating this massive stargate that we connect to. So it's not just a healing portal that we use for personal healing. We can also expand it and make it a huge collective gateway for healing and to receive light codes. And I know that many of you are connected to the, like they're channeling even galactic codes, light language. And I'm sure this will also help your work. And it can also personalize the codes that we receive. It's like we are like fine tuning our Stargate to receive, the exact light codes that we need. And we are anchoring those new light codes also on the planet by using it. So I feel we're also being, called to be anchors and channels for these new light codes to be firmly anchored and rooted on the planet and to benefit the whole, the collective consciousness. So it's like it's supporting the individuals in their personal ascension process, but then also it has a collective impact, like we are creating a critical mass, and we are also sharing this work on the crystalline grid as well. So it makes it stronger and stronger, but it's like it's even stronger than what we were doing some years ago. So I feel we can fulfill our life mission as healers and light workers by using a healing portal such as this one. And so I hope this, you're excited just as I am. And I feel it's also interesting that this is being given, to humanity during such a challenging year as 2020 is, and all that we've been going through, individually and then also as nations and groups and families. So we all need extra help and support. And I hope, this new system can also help many people around the world. And I'm also planning to teach it in China. So I'll be doing online courses also for my Chinese students soon. And, you know, I hope this can reach as many people as possible around the globe as quickly as we can, because I feel we need these new frequencies. We need extra help during these times. So now I would just briefly show you the course program. So I'm planning this 6-week intensive training course. I felt that it was easier for people to learn, and also I would like to give you firm, solid foundations about healing, about sacred geometry, about the great laws of the universe. You know, so it's the quantum view of the universe. So I'm, you know, I really strongly believe that it's important to give healers and light workers and practitioners a firm foundation. It's not just give them a new technique, go and use it. I feel it's important to, you know, to teach, to educate people, to give them, you know, as many tools and knowledge as possible, so they can also become better and better healers and therapists going forward. So I will be sharing an introduction to this new crystalline healing light system. So the basic principles, the technique, and what, you know, what quantum sonics is as a concept, and also this new quantum view of the universe. So an introduction to some concepts coming from quantum physics and science in general, and how to apply them to healing. I will also be touching briefly on this new earth consciousness, ascension, going a bit deeper into this idea of the paradigm shift and how we can, you know, help with that in our work. Then I'll also be teaching people more about dowsing. So this course can be for beginners or advanced practitioners alike. So for people who are new to healing or new to quantum science or dowsing, I will be giving them some extra information, also some reading material to help them, some videos, so helping them to come up to speed with the existing quantum science practitioners. So I'll be teaching about dowsing and how to use your pendulum for measurements, doing practical exercises. You'll learn how to do a full personalized reading for your sessions and for yourself, and then how to activate healing frequencies using your pendulum over the healing portal. And then I'll give an introduction to the great laws of the universe. So principles coming from, you know, the Hermetic traditions and also from Taoism and the Oriental traditions. I've been studying that a lot. Also an introduction, a brief introduction to sacred geometry, because it's such a wide subject, and how we can use that for healing and in our practice, in our healing sessions. Also touching on the platonic solids, sacred symbols, archetypes, and you know, I'll just give you an introduction on that as well. It's quite a, you know, it's quite a challenging way. Teaching so many things in one course, but I firmly believe that I need to give, you know, foundations. I don't just want to give this new advanced healing system, and I want to teach the basics. I also want to give foundations to people, and also explaining more about spiritual alchemy, the alchemical principles, the 5 elements of creation, how to use the alchemical metals for healing, especially for physical energetic healing. They're really important. So a lot of things to cover. A brief introduction to vibrational healing and to the human bioenergetic system. So I'll be explaining a bit about chakras and the subtle bodies and how we can interact with them, how to do, you know, these energy clearings, also using the board by projecting, holographically projecting your client, and doing the clearing, the harmonization of the chakras, of the meridians, of the subtle bodies with this board. So you can do that. And then I'll explain, you know, how to activate this Crystalline Healing Light portal, you know, all the procedure, the step-by-step. And then we'll explore the incredible 24 CHL tools and programs. There's a lot to cover, as you can see. And I will be giving some exercises and meditations for people to do at home, so they can also explore these tools by themselves. And then, you know, some coursework so they can come back to the next lesson and share their insights. And, you know, so it's going to be quite an intensive course program. but I feel it's the only way to teach such, you know, it's quite a complex, but at the same time it's easy, I guarantee. So we have 24 new tools and programs. They're quite different from the other quantum sonic sports, the tools that we know. Some of them are a bit similar, but we'll be using a lot of visualization and inner journeys and new activations, rainbow dragons, light language, soul retrieval, you know, the alchemy lab, multidimensional travel. There's a lot of new interesting tools that we can use. So you'll be able to explore your new board and do your own inner journeys and activations, and you can also personalize it. And you'll see it's very organic, that it will send you and show you what you need to see on a particular day, on a particular session. So I believe this is a healing portal with infinite possibilities, depending on our level of consciousness and experience and knowledge, and also what our mission is and what the purpose of the session is. But it's really, there are no limits. It's a limitless healing portal, let's say. So just quickly running through, you know, the potential, so the 24 healing tools. We can use this board for DNA reprogramming and repair. So we'll do it, you know, we'll focus on cellular rejuvenation, on activating the original divine DNA blueprint for humanity. So we can do this scan and repair of the DNA. We'll use visualizations like the waterfall of light for deep energetic clearing and transmutation. The journey to the temple of the soul, the healing garden for physical and spiritual regeneration, and also to tap and heal our inner child. We'll visit the temple of the goddess, the different faces of the goddess. We'll work with all those beautiful energies for reconnection with the great cosmic mother and all the goddesses. So working a lot with the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and this integration and, you know, harmony. And also, you know, you be able to create your own vibrational healing, etherical elixirs, creating a cloak of divine protection or etheric crystals. So there's a lot that we can do with this board, as you can see. So there's a lot of imagination also behind this work. And as I said, we can use this board as like a healing stargate, let's say. So we can tap into our personalized divine light codes. It's like a stellar gateway to access, you know, the healing codes that we need for our ascension process or for our clients. So I'll show you how to activate that stellar gateway or healing stargate when it's needed. We'll also explore a lot the concept of a personal alchemy lab. So it's our own personal alchemy lab where we can, by using this holographic mind projection, we can access and activate dozens of our own personal healing tools. So we can use anything from crystals to sound, to the alchemical metals, to creating a shield of protection, a light sword. So we can also use different things coming from mythology there. So it's quite exciting, you'll see. And we'll also be visualizing and activating, for example, etheric crystals, also healing talismans for clearing, and then also for protection and healing. We'll use sacred symbols, rainbow dragons, light language. So there's a lot that we can do. We can also tap into the cosmic library and the Akashic records if it is needed to access specific information or to rebalance or to clear something. So we can also do that using these boards. There's also the possibility of sound healing, and a very important feature that I've been using is this powerful soul retrieval tool. So we are able to reunite the soul fragments that, you know, due to trauma and pain and suffering in these or other lifetimes, have left a person feeling ill or unbalanced or ungrounded. So we are putting that all together so the person feels unified and whole again. It's a very ancient shamanic ritual that took probably many days to be achieved, but now we're doing it at quantum light speed. And it's so beautiful what you perceive when you're doing this. It's a very powerful tool that I've been using in my sessions. And there are many other magical healing tools in this system. I hope you're feeling excited about the potential and, you know, the expansion of consciousness that this implies. And then, you know, I will also be teaching you how to conduct a complete and professional healing session from start to finish, okay? How to deal with your clients, also the principles and ethics in being, you know, a practitioner and a healer. And I'll give you also some tips and practical exercises. And this is also a certified course, so I'll give you a certificate after completion of 10 case studies that, you know, you'll be sending me again, like I do with my quantum science courses, 10 case studies, so a short summary of your case studies, and then I'll send you the CHL certification. Okay. So just giving you some practical details about this course, and then I'll open the microphones for questions or any sharing or insights you like to make. So this course will include the CHL board. I'll send it to you as a file for download, as we are doing online courses for now. I hope that in some months' time I'll be able also to do live courses and to teach like weekend or 3-day courses, maybe in the UK and also in the US and in China. Let's see what happens with the world until, you know, until the end of this year. I will be also providing the CHL course manual and, you know, the tools, description, all of that with this course, very detailed course manual, and any necessary annex files, so any sacred symbols and lists and any annex files that you require, and all the audiovisual materials for download. I will be also recording some of these meditations and visualizations to share with my students so they can practice them as well. We'll have 6 live online lessons. So it will be 2-hour lessons once a week. And I will be recording these lessons, and they are available for unlimited viewing to all the students. And then after the completion of the case studies, I will provide the certificates. You may also like to join our Facebook practitioner forums like the Global Quantum Sonics and the Quantum Sonics practitioners groups. And there will be ongoing support and tuition as usual with my courses. So the start date is the 18th of June. So I will be doing this course once a week on Thursdays from 7 to 9 p.m. So that's the British summer time, the London, Lisbon time zone. And the following lesson dates is the 25th of June, the 2nd of July, the 9th of July, 16th of July, and then finally the 22nd of July. So that's the only date that will be on a Wednesday, okay? But I will be sharing all of this with you also through an email. So the course fee is $390 for the 6 lessons, and because it's a launch of a new technique, I'm offering a promotional discount. 10% discount for existing quantum science practitioners, my other course students and clients. So people who are interested, please let me know and I'll apply the promotional discount. And there are also payment modalities if you need to. Please contact me for more details. And if you'd like to book your place, please register and send your confirmation to our email, quantumsonics@gmail.com. Thank you. So just putting some information here about myself. You know, I've been a holistic practitioner, a teacher and a mentor since 2002. I've been teaching live and online courses worldwide, especially focusing here in Portugal and also in the UK and in China. So that's some of my information for you. So remember, life is full of magic. And I hope you feel excited about this new healing system. I'm feeling very happy and honored to be sharing this information with you. So now I'm opening the microphones for anyone who'd like to share or just ask any questions. Does anyone like to say anything?
Raquel, this is amazing.
Hello.
Absolutely brilliant. Just combining all of everything. It makes so much sense. So
Yes.
everything kind of clicks into like pieces of a jigsaw that have all come together all of a sudden, especially having before. I can't wait to get started.
Thank you so much for your
No,
comment.
it's absolutely mind-blowingly wonderful.
It is mind-blowing. I know it's sci-fi for many people, but it's so magical, I promise. And it's really incredible. It's really mind-blowing, even for myself, you know.
So excited. My tummy's all tingly. I'm like, it feels, and as you said, like to bring this light and the magic and to use ancient lore and fairy tales for now when everything is dense and heavy and challenging
just
for people.
the contrast, right? So I was hesitating because I thought it's such a contrast. But I think now more than ever we need the magic and we need the fairy tales and we need the, you know, the lightness and the purity.
To bring the balance and the light back to everything that's going on. And I've been working actually with lots of clients, and the results of being just fantastic. So thank you. I can't wait to start. That's over and out.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's very exciting, really, even for myself. So somebody was asking a question about the visualization. So even if you're not very good at visualization, you know, it comes with practice. And it's more about the feeling associated with the tool that you get. It's like a feeling, and then over time you have more practice. It's a bit like quantum sonics. At first, people just are trying to, you know, just to learn the tools with their minds, and then they start, you know, connecting with the heart and, you know, their inner power, and it really expands. So we'll be working on the visualization. Don't worry so much.
Hi Raquel, it's Cherie. I just wanted to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Cherie.
I'm really so glad you finally launched it. As you know, I've been waiting all summer or all year.
I know people have been waiting for this, but I was, you know, I'm still a bit shy when it's you know, I'm talking about my own things and my own creations. But now I feel it's beyond me, you know. So I'm just being the channel, and I'm holding space for this technique to be launched and be available for people. So thank you so much.
I'm so excited for you and everyone.
Thank you.
And of course, I'm on board, so I can't wait.
I'm so happy to be sharing this with kindred spirits and like-minded people, you know, that can get me, because this is, you know, I like sharing my inner magic and my inner child and my visions with people. It's not always easy, as you know, but I think we need to be brave. It's time.
Time to be brave.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for your comments. Yeah, so just going back to your question, Julie. So I feel like even if the visualization is not very strong, it's more about the feeling. So I believe that the healing is as effective. And remember that we are also being supported by our, you know, our spiritual guides, ascended masters, or, you know, our light teams. So we are, you know, we are being these channels for healing, like we always are when we're doing our sessions. But, you know, we also have to rely on divine intelligence, and that there is a divine plan even for our sessions. So don't worry so much about the technical issues. I think it's more about the intention as well. So I'm sure we can work around the visualization. Read some of the comments. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, Madhu, would you like to say something? You're saying your sound is on, actually, your mic. Can't you, are you trying to speak? And okay, so Madhu is in India. It's really late for her, and she's so kind. She has so kindly joined us, but I don't think we can hear you very well. It might be your computer, but if you like to type or just share your questions with people. Okay. Well, I hope you're feeling excited with this. It's, you know, very intense times for everyone, but yeah, it's beautiful to be sharing this with you. And I'll be posting some more information about the course, and let me know if you like to register and what the requirements are. Okay. And if there are any more questions, or if you got any feeling or anything about this system. Okay. Yeah, the partial payments, so we can work around that. If people need some payment modalities to, you know, pay in 2 or 3 or 4 times, that's okay with me. You know, I've done that in the past because I understand that, you know, these are challenging times for many people, but still I'd like, you know, to give it a fair price, also for 6 lessons. And I know that, you know, there's a lot of material to cover and to share. But yeah, just send me an email and we can work around the payment modalities if you need to. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed this brief webinar. So my intention was to share, you know, this new system and the information that I'll also be giving you during the training program. And I look forward to seeing you on the online course or, you know, in any other, you know, upcoming events. So I hope I can share this information in the future, even for people who can't make it this time. And maybe come to the UK again, or maybe go to the US if the universe allows for traveling, you know, global traveling again. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this webinar. And just send me an email if you'd like to share anything in private, okay? And I'll see you again soon. So we'll start on the 18th of June at 7 p.m. BST, so London, Lisbon time zone. And I'll also be recording all the lessons if you need to, you know, to just do distance learning if you can't make it because of time zones or your, you know, your work or anything. So thank you again. It was really lovely to see you. I wish I could hug you.
Amazing.
But just sending you lots and lots of love and blessings, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you on the 18th.
Okay,
Bye.
thank
Bye,
you.
bye, bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Tchau. Adeus. Obrigada. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Oh,
See you soon.
I never know how to leave it.
I'll just wait for everyone to sign off. Ok. Obrigada, Luísa, Nicola, Miguel. Obrigada pela vossa presença. Beijinhos. Obrigada. Namastê.